Wow. Hey, everybody. Welcome tonight.
I was going to say, welcome everybody and welcome guests. We are Jens and Cindy Brandison coming to you from St. Augustine, Florida. We've been involved with Lifeway for little over 3 incredible years. As we age, our stem cells become dormant and slow down. And just think if there was a way to re-stimulate and make them youthful again. Well, there is, and it's this little patch, which you're going to
Oh, camera.
tonight.
Mhm.
And I'm going to let Cindy go ahead and take it from there.
Well, I'm actually just going to go ahead and welcome our guests tonight, Lynn and Gay Millette. They're having problems with their camera right now, but I'm going to, and their PowerPoint. So I'm going to just bring the slides up and let them walk you through. Is this work out for you, Lynn?
This works out fine, and we really do apologize. We did actually do a run through today,
It's okay.
and they might be my camera on my computer. So let us first of all say thank you, Cindy and Jens, and thank you for having us. We are Lynn and Guy Millette, even though you can't see us, there's our picture there, and we're from Noonan, Georgia. We are just so excited to introduce you to something so super big. You guys, this is the biggest breakthrough in the medical industry in the field of regenerative medicine ever. So, 3 years ago, we were introduced to this little patch. Everybody has a little nickname for the patch. Our nickname for the patch is the age reversing patch, since we are in our elder years. Also, we like to call it our freedom patch because it has given us so much freedom, which we'll be glad to talk to you about later. We also will share now a little bit of the technology and most importantly about what it can do for you. We'll share what it's done for us, and we really want to share what it can do for you. So sit back and enjoy the ride. It's been a little bumpy. I used to be a flight attendant, so I understand bumpy. So the ride's been a little bumpy, but we're really going to share about how this works. First of all, this little patch is a proprietary form of phototherapy. I don't know if any of you guys know, but about 100 years ago, science and phototherapy was really a big thing. And it uses your own light, the light that God gave you, to improve your health inside your body. They're patented nanocrystals. So, what are the patented nanocrystals? Everybody asks that question. They're basically amino acids, water, stabilized oxygen, and natural organic compounds. Non-transdermal, if you don't know what that means, non-transdermal means that nothing's going to enter your skin, which is so important because we're going to share that a little bit later about why that's so important. The patch becomes little like a mirror. When it says it reflects your light, it comes like a mirror, and your body's light and energy are attracted and bounce off that patch. And it's totally non-invasive. So Cindy's bringing up the slides for us.
Yeah, so we're having trouble on this end too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Guy's going to tell you a little bit about the patented technology.
Well, David Smith, the inventor and scientist, has over 200,000 patents, which help
200,000. 200.
200 patents. And as you can see, the light from your body is elevating your copper peptides. And that's a big buzzword in the medical industry because it's important, including and they activate your stem cells. And that improves your energy and elevates your antioxidants. Um, why activate your stem cells? People don't know.
Wait, she's going to go to the next
Oh,
slide.
I thought that was the next slide.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as we get older, at 30 years old, we lose half of our stem cells. Of course, I had no idea of that, and most people don't. And at age 60, they go dormant. So your stem cells that helps your body are no longer working for you. And So you have fewer stem cells to go on. And at our age, of 78, and I'm not 78, Lynn is, I'm 81.
And no one told us that we were losing our stem cells. I know we hear Steve say that a lot, but
So we were told we better get on this patch. And Lynn, it's yours.
yeah. So as you say, it's really difficult, guys. We're sorry, but the next slide, we see our beautiful friends there. So anybody can do this, it doesn't matter. So how do you wear the patch? You wear the patch 12 hours on and 12 hours off, and you're going to repair and rejuvenate your body. And we like to call it a natural reboot because in our past, especially because of our age, we have been on lots of medication, which we are not on now. So you're going to give yourself that natural reboot, which we are so excited about. And then you're going to wear it for 12 hours, and then you're going to throw it away. And then you're going to put on a new one. And then you're going to wear that for the next 12 hours. And you're going to drink plenty of water while you're doing that. And what are the benefits of X39? Well, we can see increased strength. We got
Yeah,
that.
we got that for sure.
My 81-year-old husband just joined the gym. Woohoo! And then reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity.
Which is a very popular thing. A lot of people, sometimes that's all they get to get started. Mental clarity, and that is amazing.
We've had a couple of people that we know, and that they said that they felt like a fog had been lifted for them, and they felt so much better. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improved sleep. That's not something I needed, but Guy needed. So it's improved our sleep, and it's improved our skin condition. And you know, you can't see me tonight, but I just look amazing. All right. So we're going to go into the long-term results. You wanna
Yeah,
do that?
yeah, sure. There's the first few days when you get on the patch is 4,000
Your genes
genes
begin to reset,
begin to reset, and within 6 weeks, the brain becomes back.
fast.
Within 3 months, your collagen is improved. And that's another buzzword because everybody's doing things with collagen these days. And this little patch really, really does amazing with that. And within 6 months, the heart starts to reverse in aging. And believe it or not, I had an appointment to see my cardiologist a few weeks ago. And he looked at me and he says, I think you're changing. You're age reversing, he said. I said, what did you say? And he says, you look like you're getting younger. He says, I'm the only 80-year-old in his practice that is going into his 80s as healthy as I am. So that made me feel good.
Okay, and the next one is a topography. Now, we all seriously need to take a look at this because that first shot of this woman, she's 77, and they did this brain topography, and you can see that red there, that is inflammation in her brain. And I would imagine that we all have that. And then the second, I mean, and this is so incredible, after 3 weeks, no more inflammation and improved brain coherence. And by the third session, it was a complete turnaround. And I will share a little testimony about this a little bit later, but that brain coherence and that inflammation reduced is something major. This is at info.com. Our upline mentors, Steve and Gina Merritt, along with Cindy and Jen Brennison, and the team have created a site called thisisitinfo.com. How appropriate. And if you're one of those people that want to do a deep dive, this is where you want to go. There's going to be testimonies, there's going to be blind studies, there's going to be doctors' videos, and that's for the person that wants to take a deep dive into the information. I'll let you go to the next slide. Oh, so simple and
Yeah.
so sophisticated. That is really what this is. If you've ever been one of those people that are on medication and you have to look at your clock, I know people that have set their timer and you have to take your pill at such and such a time, and you have to make sure you eat something or whatever. This is nothing like that, guys. This is so simple and so sophisticated that you're just going to get up in the morning and put a patch on and go about your day. And it's absolutely amazing. So we're going to do a couple of testimonies. We're going to just share a little bit about us. Um, 3 years ago, Guy, and I looked at him because I keep thinking you can see us, but my eyes are smiling and my face is smiling. 3 years ago, he was suffering so severely with a condition called neuropathy. And what neuropathy is a deterioration of your nerves. So if you imagine having nerve pain, and I'll tell you what, we were really begging and praying for something. I mean, we make light of the fact that we didn't know our stem cells were dormant, but it was different than that even. So Cindy and Jens, after trying to contact us about 5 times, went and I called her back and she said,
Well, really, I pushed Lynn to call Cindy back because I was told by my various doctors that there was no longer anything that could be done, that I would have to live with this disease and another disease I had, and so on, and that I had to just adjust and deal with it. And I told Lynn, what if?
yeah, what if?
What if? I said, please call Cindy. And she did. And we got the first patch, sleeve of patches. And I couldn't wait to put them on. And of course, nothing happened. But slowly, within the first 5 weeks, I'd have to say, I was very patient, but I had no choice. And then all of a sudden, one day I walked in and Lynn was watching, or reading, I think. And I said, honey, I don't have any pain. And she couldn't believe it. And within 90 days, 85% of the pain was gone. And that's just amazing. And Lynn will tell you about some other things that happened with my polycythemia vera and our granddaughter.
I want you to know that this little patch does not heal or it'll heal, treat, or correct. Or we're not saying that this is going to heal or treat you, but we are going to give you our little bit of our testimonies, only that it will encourage you to understand what you have your hands on. I call it the perfect storm. You've heard me say that before. It's the perfect product with the perfect company at the perfect time. So Guy, like he said, he was not the one patch wonder, but I mean, after about 5 weeks, I hadn't heard in 18 years, he said, I have no pain. And that was totally amazing. He had a blood disease, which could be leukemia. After 2 months, he didn't ever have to have blood taken out again. And the biggest,
And that's 3 years now that I haven't had a phlebotomy, which is taking your blood out.
And the biggest thing I'll share very quickly is when we were talking about that topography map, and I showed you that was so important about that inflammation in your brain. I just want to share with you that we have a granddaughter that she was born with her right brain and her left brain not connected, and she had a cyst in her forehead. And after the life-changing experience that we started to have with this patch, we decided that Bella should have that patch too. Bella she is going to be 5, and she's been wearing the patch for 2.5 years. That nasty old cyst that could make her go blind is gone. And Bella is now going to preschool and pre-K at a public school, and she's doing very well. So we just feel honored and blessed to be able to share this with you and share our testimonies. And I know, Patty Neely, you have a testimony, and you have many testimonies, but I know you have a testimony that kind of crept up in the last maybe 6 months. Would you mind sharing that with us?
Not at all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can hear you. Can you open up your video, Patty?
Okay, hold on. Whoopsie, there we go.
We can hear you and see you. That's wonderful.
Oh, hallelujah. Well, oh, hi guys. Hi everybody. Yeah, I was just talking to Cindy earlier, and I think, yeah, I was trying to think of a word because I was sitting here just in gratitude with everything that's happened and everything this has done for me. And uh I feel like I've had an overhaul, because I had issues from my head to my toes, and degenerative disc disease and hip pain and back surgery. And I was in an accident where a piece of defective sports equipment hit me in the face, and I had to have a cast on my face and part of my face restructured. I could go on and on about those things, and those were fairly early on, within the first 6 months, I think. But recently, and this is a big one for me, and I actually think I've calmed down because of this. I was thinking about that today. In 1996, when I had the closed head injury, I got hit in the face with that sporting equipment. The result of that was a screaming siren in my head 24/7 for 28 years. And it kind of make you go a little wiggy sometimes because you never have quiet. But about 3 months ago or so, I noticed something was different. And really, it's just been, you got to have noise on all the time because you just can't hear that loud screeching noise. So about 3 months ago, I noticed something was different. And I think I'm pretty in tune with myself, but when you've had something that long, you just don't think about anything ever going away. I had hoped and I prayed and I hoped it would finally have quiet someday. But what was different is that it was quiet. And after 28 years and 3 months, that's gone. And to me, that's huge because I actually can unconsciously relax without that, the noise in your head all the time. And I am so, so grateful. I can sleep better. I think better. I think better anyway because of the patch. But my goodness, guys, to actually have peace and quiet again right now, no fans, no background noise. It's amazing. And I am so, so very grateful. So I guess my message to you guys is don't give up, because this was out over 2 years later, and I wouldn't have given this up for the world. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Patty. And
I'm
I
gonna
remember
pop
all those,
in.
I'm sorry, I can remember all those nights that we shared a room and we had to have the fans blaring and all kinds of noise blaring. And I thought, oh my goodness. And so
She's right.
I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you.
That is a wonderful testimony. I'm going to pop in for just a minute because we were talking earlier about how just every day we just get so many things that come across our text or calls, and just almost the tears of joy every morning are overwhelming and throughout the day. And since you all can't see Lynn and Guy, I want to just show you, this is what a sleeve looks like. And a sleeve contains 30 patches and it covers one person for 30 days. So when she's getting ready to tell you, because I know everybody who's listening is like, okay, I need those testimonies. I want that testimony. Well, we never know what we're going to get first. And what Patty and Lynn have said is that you're going to get something. This patch works. It is absolutely remarkable. And we don't know what your testimony is going to be, but it's going to be powerful. So I'm going to share the slides again as Lynn continues, but I wanted you to see what a sleeve looks like and that it contains 30 patches.
Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little discombobulated, but what you said is that, yes, we have amazing testimonies and some took longer and some didn't. But the fact is that the product works. You don't do $1 billion in business volume if something doesn't work. So I always say, everybody says, I want to get my feeling, I want to get my testimony, but guess what? You will have your feeling and you will have your testimony. But in the meantime, you need to be sharing that with others so we can hear their beautiful testimony. The company is an amazing company. I've never been associated, and I've been associated with a lot of different businesses, and so has Guy. We've never seen such a remarkable company as the LifeWave company. A little perk for you is that they're going to start you out on a little product introduction bonus. So it's wonderful. If you just share this with a couple of friends, they're going to bless you with a couple of dollars. So you'll get $35 if you introduce somebody to the 3 sleeves. You'll get $75 if you introduce them to the 6 sleeves, and you will get $405 if you introduce them to the premium package. So that's just a little money that will start getting you going. The actual sleeves are like $3 and less than $3.50 a day. So you can see that very quickly you can have your product paid for. That was really big for us because we had 4 actually of our family on the product, which we still do. So we have never paid for our product. So we wanted to share that with you.
Yeah, and David Smith, our scientist who's developed this patch, is truly, truly an amazing man. We, being Christians, sometimes wonder if some of these things are part of God's plan. Well, David Smith really sold me when he said that he wouldn't have this patch because he gave all the glory to God. And to teach this, I mean, to invent this. And that did it for me because anybody that does that is truly amazing because I give all the glory to God for my uh, results. And he's our scientist inventor. He's specializing in age reversing.
How cool is that?
In 2008, David focused his attention on the stem cell research, and that's when he came up with the X39. A recent patents took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. And it's truly amazing what this man has done. In 2021, the company had reached $20 million, and to them that was good, but they had no idea what was coming. This is it team with Steve Merritt and Gina Merritt and our upline, Cindy and Jens, started getting involved and created This Is It team, which created tremendous amount of sales. In 2022, we went to 320 million in 1 year. And then 2023 was 430 million. Last year, over 600 million, and this year expected to go over $1 billion. And This Is It team, which has created about 58% of the total business for LifeWave, is the reason for this tremendous amount of growth. And of course, that kind of growth creates awards. And sure enough, LifeWave has won the #1 growth company. They've won awards for many things in this type of business. The biggest one was the Global Bravo Award. And it's just amazing what this man has done.
And they've created, and Cindy can give you the exact number because she's in the club, but they've created I think over 130 millionaires in just 36 months. So, if that's your goal, and you have that opportunity, you can start a business basically on a credit card and own yourself $1 million business. I always say, would you rather have 100% of what you're doing right now, or would you rather have 1% of 100 people? And I think that's kind of a no-brainer. the reason we're doing this at our age is time, family, security. We pretty much lost our tire store when Guy got sick. That was going to be our retirement. We didn't plan on that. And I talked to some young people the other day, and they were just starting a business, and they were saying, well, this is going to be my future. This is going to be it. This is going to be my retirement. And I said, well, you know, it's always good to look at other options. So we are so blessed that God sent this other option. And we have three beautiful grandchildren, and our dreams and goals are to be able to go maybe on a Disney cruise with them. I'm not sure. Or maybe as they get older, if we're still able to go, we just want to go maybe on a cruise, you know, a Mediterranean cruise. So what is it that you want? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you want better health? You know, what is it that you want? And so obviously this is going to offer you that opportunity if that's what you choose. If you want to just share the product, or if you just want to use the product, that is certainly something that is available through this wonderful plan. So you're going to talk a little bit about the compensation plan. We have a compensation plan that is bar none. So now this, Cindy, do we do the next slide? Because this is talking about, there we go. So when I said earlier, do you want to have 100% of what you do, or do you want 1% of 100 people? Guy's going to explain. We had our own business. We started a Goodyear store, and the overhead was enormous. And our insurance and our rent and all of that was enormous. This compensation plan is the most amazing thing that we have both ever seen.
Yeah, it's a tremendous business opportunity. If there are business people on tonight, I can tell you the type of business that this is. This, you know, it's all businesses are successful, and why they're successful is because people tell other people about the business. It's a referrals, and this business is all about referrals. And if you get two friends, and on one side and two, because it's a binary type system, you get two friends on one side and two on the other. You're on your way to making a bunch of money. First of all, you'll be paying for your patches if you do that. And then you get them to help to do the same thing. You can earn up to $25,000 a week. Anybody got a job that's $25,000 a week out there? Well, I'll tell you, this is a very, very real thing, because there's 137 people that have already done that we know of for sure, because they're all millionaires over 3 years. And so you can too. And I can tell you one thing that is amazing about this company is they have their payment plan is just unbelievable. We've never missed a payment since we've been in this business. Every week we get money into our account. And they have another type of bonus that
Well,
you
let
can
me
make.
interrupt you. You know, while he said that, I had not thought of that, because we've been involved for 3 years, and I've never had to think, I wonder if I'm going to get paid. You can set it up to get paid monthly, weekly, or whatever, but we like weekly. And so I never have had to think, I wonder if my paycheck's going to clear. You know, think of some of you and your friends, you know, some people that you're working for, or, you know, you just don't know, but it's amazing. The company is amazing. Their process of payment is also amazing and very simple. So go ahead, honey.
Yeah, well, the matching bonus is unlimited income, and that's where the $1 million situation comes in. I thought 25,000 was good enough, but they've got more. And when you get somebody in, you get 25%, and you get active PV. The second level, which is somebody else getting somebody in for you, you're going to get 20% of their business. And so on down to the third level, that's somebody else getting somebody in, is again another 20% of their business.
And
So as their businesses grows, so does this percentage grow. And that's where the growth in your income really comes as you build your business and you help people do the same thing that are below you. You help them grow and teach them how to grow, and all that business volume grows back to you, and there comes the money.
And what Guy was saying is the fact that I didn't understand that in the beginning, and you don't really have to understand it. All you have to know is that when you help someone, you get rewarded. And when you help someone, you get rewarded. And that's how the financial and business plan of this company works.
Let me tell you something that I thought was amazing. When I worked for Goodyear many years ago, my job was training. It had to do with training managers, assistant managers, service managers, and so on. And it was pretty complicated. And we built manuals and all this kind of stuff. I can't believe the training system that This Is It group, Steve and Gina Merritt, have come up with. It's unbelievable. And guess what, guys? It's free.
It's a
We
funny
used
part.
to charge the tire stores a phenomenal amount of money to get this training, and they had to pay to get to the Akron and all kinds of stuff. And This Is It. You get it on every week, on Saturdays. You get this type of
These are the sites
that
that you
we're
get.
doing right now, and we didn't have that kind of stuff. This Is It has done a phenomenal job. Please take notice of their training because that will make your business super, super successful.
And we also have events. We have Zoom events, and you can attend to all of those. We have, for those of you also are wanting to look at some things, we have YouTube, This Is It team. You can go there and you can look at some of the past videos and Zooms. You can just, I mean, it's accessible to you to see all of the information. In case we didn't describe it as well as we would have liked to tonight, but we are so honored and blessed, really, to be able to even share what we're sharing with you. So, you want to go to the next YouTube after YouTube? Oh, this is it. You know, Gina and Steve did a great job with This Is It, because how many times a day, especially if you're involved with this product or business, do you say this is it? So we have some things coming up. There's actually this weekend in Anaheim, California, as the company is having a big event, but you're going to want to be there on Sunday. Sunday is a totally free, all 1 million stars all in. So, get with your person who shared this with you, or go to thisisitconvention.com. We'll be having next Sunday. You'll be wanting to listen to that. And like I said, that's totally free. Then we'll be going all to Orlando. Orlando is where we went last time for our convention. That's where you really get the big picture. So we have all these things coming up, and the person that invited you to this call, I'm sure will be able to help you. The book of the month, we have a book of the month because we all need to grow. I started reading this. This is amazing. I've only gotten a few chapters in, but it is just totally amazing. And I have never been a reader. And I don't think you can get this book on audio. So I have started reading, and oh my gosh, you can't believe it, guys. So this is the total picture. So, all right, we'll go to the next slide. If you haven't already filled out your application, if we haven't told you enough about all these amazing things that you're going to want to experience. This is really, like I said, this is the perfect storm. You're going to want to wear the product. You're going to want to share the product. And then you're going to want to tell people about the product. Like I said, share the product. So here's an application, and you need to fill that application out before you go to bed tonight. And we are so thankful that we were able to share, and we apologize. We'll be taking our laptop over to the Geek Squad in the morning and seeing what happened with our camera. And it was just for all of you to know, Cindy and I did a run through today. Everything was perfect because I have had this problem before, and just the way it goes. But we're honored and blessed to be with you. And
Yeah, we really are. And it's, to me, it's all I really wanted from this was to help people like it helped me. And if that's all it ever does, I am the happiest guy in the world. But we're making some money on the side, and believe me, with three little ones that we seem,
grandchildren.
yeah, we're taking care of a lot of their issues. And if it wasn't for this extra money that we're making with LifeWave, it wouldn't happen. So great, help people, and that's my main goal. But if I make money doing it, how great is that?
So you guys,
You know what? I never paid a dime to everybody that told other people about my tire store. And my tire store was one of the most successful Goodyear stores in the US. And why was that? Is because of referrals. And you know, I never paid a dime to anybody that told someone about my store. And we get paid for doing that in this business.
I know.
How great is that?
It's pretty incredible. Tonight, when we get off of this, this will probably be a little more professional, but it won't be as heartfelt or real. But you can go to see Devin and Sarah Robinson. They are amazing. And they will be going through the opportunity, the product and opportunity. And like I said, our heart goes out to all of you for listening to us and kind of working through this with us. I wasn't going to give up. I was going to be here and I was going to keep doing it. And, it's been a blessing, Cindy and Jens. Thanks for pitch hitting and being in there. And we'll be going down to the Geek Squad tomorrow.
You all are absolutely rock stars. And I knew that I knew that I knew, even though your camera wouldn't work, you still needed to carry on because you have shown everybody, again, your heart that I love that you all and the two of us show everybody that anybody can do this, right?
Right?
And we can have fun. We can
Yeah.
laugh at ourselves. So if you're sitting here thinking, I really should probably share with somebody, maybe do a Zoom with them. I don't know if I can do it. You can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
Take
All
our
right.
word for it. And we just appreciate you both so much. I mean, every time we hear your story, we understand a little bit more of what God's doing right now and the prayers that have been answered and the blessings that are flowing. And I remember, Guy, 3 or so years ago when we first talked, you were shopping for an electric wheelchair and had given up your car. And if yours was the only testimony that we ever heard,
Yeah, that was enough.
it was totally enough. But it hasn't been. And you all are multiplying the testimonies too. So, everyone, thank you so much for being on here tonight. I think this has been a great night because it's real.
It's real and authentic. If you want something real and authentic, right? And we are having a blast. I mean, as stressful as this was, because I wanted to make it perfect for you guys, or not perfect, but I wanted to make it, a little more professional for you guys. But I think you get it, don't you? You guys get it. It's an amazing product, an amazing company with amazing money. What more could we say?
Absolutely. So get your enrollment forms filled out, get them back to the person who invited you tonight. Come join this team. We are having so much fun. And all that, we've already met, the relationships are so dear to us. And we cannot wait to hear your story. And we cannot wait to meet you and hug your neck. So God bless you. And thank you so much for being with us tonight. And thank you, Lynn and Guy Millette, for sharing from your heart. And thank you, Patty Neely, for sharing your story too. God bless you all.
Right.